how the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, man. First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 52's the mark, boys. 52. I know he ain't got it. 52.
Off the play fake, Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. Well, that's tough.
They're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
They'll run it with Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their second pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also two-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
Williams loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Vick forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Vick will look to throw on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
It's a play fake. Now Vick steps away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players too who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rolling to his left. Completes it to Benjamin. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tony Gonzalez there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw again on 2nd down, Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action now. Vick. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Vick to the air again. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw, Vick. That's caught by Irvin. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. He's crashing. 52's the mark, boys. 52.
Vic to throw on 4th down. He's got Michael Irvin complete. A Raider first down, 17 yards. First down, Vic. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Steps away to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 52. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Check 49, check 49. Shift. Ready.
3rd and long for Vic. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Yellow.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, 51 yards. And the Chiefs strike quick to score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Third and short yardage. Vick forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to
looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Willie Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check that. We're Mike 52.
So here's Vic following the interception. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick steps away. Open man is Andre Reed, complete. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. Vick operating on 1st down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge.
Good. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And the Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Michael Vick, dancing to his left. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. Patrick Willis, what a play by him. That's a loss of 17. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Vick. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Vick on the sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check girls. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of his end zone, here's Vick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Willis. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sides we can't share here?
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. Plans, I do what I want. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. When I tackle, I damage her. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition.